All right, guys, hope you're doing great. In today's video, I want to talk about a simple thing that a lot of people get wrong. A lot of people are missing in their life, which just makes your life more dull and just makes your life go past way faster, and you miss out on a lot of potentially great moments just because you don't apply this one simple principle in your own life. So to tell you exactly what this is and exactly why this has such a huge effect on your mental health, your overall happiness in your life, I want to tell you a personal story from my own life and how this applies to me, and you can probably also relate to this yourself. So for myself, when I was younger, about maybe I would say more than that, 4 to 5 years ago, when I was younger, I would be generally very distracted. I would just move through my life, and pretty much all situations I was in, I would just be looking for what's gonna happen next, what are we gonna do after this, and I was always very kind of distracted. I was never present. I was never in that moment and just being present, just noticing what was happening right there and then. For example, if I was out at dinner with my family, or if I was hanging out with some friends, instead of just being there in the moment and just enjoying that, just the time that we were having together and the things that were happening, conversations that were going, and all that stuff, I'll just be constantly thinking about the next thing, what's gonna happen next, what I'm gonna do later, what I'm gonna do after this, what I'm gonna eat, what's gonna happen tomorrow. I'll just be thinking about all this other stuff. And part of that was because I was very distracted, very scattered. But I think a lot of you guys should be able to relate to this as well. It's especially people who have more a drive, more entrepreneurial, and you're into kind of growth and things like that. It's easy to just constantly looking for the next thing, and never actually really just settle down and relax and just be in the moment, and just taking some time to kind of take a step back and reflect on where you're at and what's going on around you, and just being present for a second. And that's really the main thing I wanted to talk about in this video, is the word presence. How you can be more present and how that's going to help you in really all areas of your life, in terms of just enjoying your life more, being a happier person, and just having these happier moments on a daily basis, in your everyday life, to look back on. Because it's so easy to get caught up in everyday life, just speeding through life, doing all these things, and your days passes, your weeks passes, your year passes on, and you don't actually kind of remember, or you don't actually have these moments to look back on, because you're constantly as distracted, looking for the next thing, and then that next thing, it never actually happens. You never actually arrive, or never actually have that moment that you were expecting to get. The reality is just if you just become present in every single small moment throughout your life, that is the moments that you're looking for. That is what actually gives you the joy and gives you the enjoyment in your life, and makes you a happier person. If you just are present in all those small areas, instead of just looking for the next moment, just be present, notice what is happening right now, and see kind of the great thing about the small parts of your life. So let me know if this makes sense to you guys in the comments. I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts on this. I know it's kind of an out there concept. It's kind of a bit hard to explain exactly what it looks like, but I think the main tool that you can use to really apply this in your own life is, I talked about this in the previous video as well, is meditation. Because when you start meditating, you start becoming more mindful. You can actually be present in the moment and just sit there with your own thoughts, sit there in the moment, and just absorb what is happening, instead of having your mind and your thoughts control you. And that's a big thing that helped me a lot, because before I would just have my mind, I would just have stuff coming up all the time. I would just be moving from thing to thing. But when you're able to just sit there, be bored, and just do nothing for 20 minutes, and just sit there and observe your own thoughts, that allows you to then, in the rest of your life, if you apply that, be more present as well in every single interaction. So whether that's going on a walk, whether that's being on a dinner, like I said before, meeting up with friends, whatever it is, if you can just apply that principle of being more present, those small everyday those small things that don't seem too important, that seem kind of just everyday, who cares, things like that, going on a walk, for example. You can make that into a very pleasurable and very enjoyable experience if you're just very present. You notice your environment, you're grateful for where you are, you're looking at other people, and you're able to just be more present and just enjoy those small things in life. And that's, in my opinion, what makes a good life, and what makes you happier overall. So that's my 2 cents on this. And as I said, curious to hear what you guys thought, what you guys' thoughts are on this. So leave a comment and tell me what you guys think about it. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. And I hope you get some good takeaways from this as well. It's like not too hard to apply. Just start meditating, give yourself some time to be bored in like when you're alone. And then also apply this when you're in interactions with other people as well. Just be more present, be in the moment, notice what is happening, and just be there. Eliminate all those other thoughts of what's gonna happen next, tomorrow, like worries, all the other stuff. Try to like remove that and just be more present. That's gonna help you a lot in terms of just having a happier life overall. So that's it for today, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Ciao.